Amazing. The young lady behind you. What is your life all about?
I was sitting here thinking, I didn't
You
get the
didn't-
question
right.
before now, so this is the first time me hearing of it. And what I can only think of is just not living in the past, not living in the future, living in the moment, and then whatever the day brings, handle it according to God's will, and then treat people the way I want to be treated.
Nice.
And so that's just being kind, loving.
Amazing. Did you apologize to your ex for being so mean?
So
to
you
her?
remember that, right?
Yeah, I remember. It just
And
occurred to me
so
right now.
that's what led me here today. I work at night, so I came straight here.
Right.
I did apologize the first time, but I left a voicemail. And so I don't know if you recall my uncle who
Yeah.
introduced me to you. We
Right.
came that Sunday, him, myself, and my mom. And I told him that's what I did, and he wasn't too happy about that. He felt like I needed to speak to him directly. And so I was thinking about it. I was like, no, I did what I was supposed to do. I left a message, and he can listen to it over and over and over. And he writes music, so I said he can even put it in a song. And it'll be my actual voice. It would come from me. And
Oh,
I
mess.
thought, that was suffice. But then I thought about it maybe a week later, so I called back and spoke to them directly. And again, I did what you advised me to do, but then they sound like a whole different person, and I kind of felt like I no longer existed. But again, I did what I was supposed to do, and then just hung up the phone, and that was it.
When you say you felt like you no longer existed, what do you mean?
That I was no longer, I know I'm really not a part of his life anymore because we're no longer together, but it sounded like he acted as if I was a stranger all of a sudden. The whole vibe was different. It felt different.
And how do you feel about that?
I don't know. One minute I'm okay, the next minute I'm like, wow.
Wow, what?
He's like over me already, and moved on. And the time we spent together meant nothing.
And how do you feel about that?
There's a feel to everything. I have to be okay with it.
And are you?
No.
All right. And why not?
Like I said, I invested a lot of time, and just to cut me off like that, it's not a good feeling.
And so, did you invest that time to be remembered forever?
I was trying to. I was trying to make something out of it, but
But what good is it doing you that he should remember you?
what good is it doing me? None, I guess.
So why do you need to be remembered?
I don't, really.
Right. And so that's good. You called him back up and talked to him because now you see, you felt like, wow, he doesn't remember me anymore. It's over. It's done, and blah blah blah. Because you need to get past that too. What do you think about that?
Just have to do it.
So when Satan tried to make you think about it, let it go.
Yeah.
There's nothing to remember. It's over. When it was happening then. Then it's not happening now, so you move on. And realize you didn't love him. You were just doing it to be remembered. To make you feel special. Am I right?
A little bit. I didn't really want to be remembered. I was just trying to make the relationship work, not necessarily be remembered.
What's your first name?
Wendy?
Wendy. When you were born, when you were first born,
Yes.
Had your parents not given you a name, who would you be?
A body without a name.
What?
I don't want to say I don't believe I would be a nobody. I would just be a being.
You would be a being?
Yeah.
And would you rather be a body with a name or a being?
I would like to have a name.
Why?
I guess it represents who I am.
So who are you? You're your name?
I am not my name, but it's like a title.
You are your title?
Yeah. And the title being my name.
And what good does that do you?
It doesn't do any good because it's about the person who you are. I guess the name just fits with the body. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Did you know you had identified with the name?
No, not at birth, but as I grew and
I mean, before right now, did you know you had identified with the name as a title, as who you are?
yes.
You knew that? Mm-hmm. And should it be that way?
I don't really know what you mean by that question.
Should you identify with your name and title?
Yeah, they should correspond with one another.
And why?
Just because that's who you are and you are given a name to be addressed by, but the name doesn't stand for who you are. Who you are goes with your name, if that makes sense.
I asked several people that yesterday. If you were not given a name at birth, who would you be?
No
and most
one
people
would know
pause,
who I
they're
am.
like, I don't know who I would be.
He said John Doe. That's a dead person. I don't
That's a
want to be
dead
John
person,
Doe.
yeah.
I don't want to be John Doe.
That's right. Amazing. When you think about that question, who would you be if you were not given a name?
I would be the same person, I guess, with just not a name.
Interesting. Any question about anything?
No, I'm good.
Okay.